Hey guys, and welcome to this video. And again, this is another theory video. But again, I will be talking about something a little different. Last one was about Imperia and some ideas of what it could be. But this time I'll be talking about something else from Old Cobb's dialogue. So he mentions the hidden lands and the broken shores. Now, these areas, we don't know what they are. They're capitalized, so they must be places. Now, they either the actual names of worlds that we go to, could be places in two different worlds, or they could be in the same world, or they could be descriptions of worlds. So, I guess we'll discuss the first idea. And so, if they're separate, if they're names of worlds, then I would assume the hidden lands might be like a world that's not been explored. Like, we might be the first people to go there, and it might be unexplored by the other worlds, but there might be people there, like natives there, who live in the hidden lands. Yeah, so the hidden lands, it might be like again, like a unexplored area. Given the name hidden, it's not been found yet, and we might be there. Old Cobb might be doing something, like extracting resources, because again, it's a hidden land. So there won't be a whole lot of developments. So Old Cobb might be there with his minions extracting natural resources, kind of like Morganth was doing in Azteca and Celestia. And the Broken Shores, if that's the name of a world, I would assume it's mostly like ocean, or maybe it's like Skull Island, where it's like a sky, and there's a lot of islands in the sky, or maybe it's islands in the sea, or maybe it's just like a coastline area, like kind of like Celestia, underwater. And perhaps Old Cobb would be, I don't know what he'd be doing in an area like that. I guess that'd be up to King's Isle to determine, as they seem to be very good with storyline creating. Anyways, on to the next idea, where perhaps the hidden lands, broken shores, are specific areas of like different worlds. And I was thinking that maybe hidden lands could be a place in Cool Ranch, or maybe a description of Cool Ranch, because Cool Ranch is a frontier world, and not a whole lot of it's been explored and developed. Like, a lot of it is open areas and canyons, and there isn't a whole lot of like towns and stuff. It's pretty remote. So that was another idea. Or again, hidden lands could be an area in Cool Ranch that we haven't been to, on Pirate 101. Another idea of what hidden lands could be, if it's, you know, if it's describing a world or a place in a world, it could be Wallaroo, which is a world that's been mentioned several times. I believe Xander is from there, because he's a koala, and Wallaroo seems to be Australian. And the evidence that it's Australian is from the dialogue that Brandon said about Wallaroo. It's the didgeridoo dragon, which is pun on the didgeridoo, which is an Australian instrument from the, I believe, the Aboriginals. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. So, what I'm thinking is, if Wallaroo is a world we go to, it might be like Australia before the British come, aka in the spiral that would be Marleybone, but might be like a Aboriginal Australian type world. And again, that fits kind of the theme that it would be like a place where Old Cobb would be extracting resources from. And it's hidden because, again, it's been pretty isolated and remote. Because Australia was one of the last places in the world to be explored because, again, it's kind of isolated from everywhere else. So, again, that's what I was just thinking. But, again, with the Broken Shores, there isn't really a whole lot to say, because there isn't really a world in the spiral that fits that kind of place, but the only thing I could think of is Skull Island, because there's a lot of shoreline, and it wouldn't be Celestia, because we've already been there as wizards, so it would be kind of pointless to go back for like a Celestia Part 2 or something. So, thinking it could be that. Could be Skull Island. Or it's a world we haven't even heard of yet, which is the most likely possibility, but it could be Skull Island. If you want to get your imagination thinking about that. There's also the idea, this is the last idea by the way, that Hidden Lands and Broken Shores, two separate areas of the same world. Now, again, the most likely idea for that would be Wallaroo. If it was like they're both in Wallaroo or something. Because, again, it's like Australia. And Australia, as you know, has oceans and shores. And it also has like the outback interior. So I'm just thinking maybe Hidden Lands and Broken Shores are like two zones within Wallaroo. Like Hidden Lands would be the outback, because again, that's the area that would be least explored, and it's hidden because it's harder to reach and more remote. And then the Broken Shores would be like the Great Barrier Reef, or I don't know what else is in Australia. I don't know, I haven't been, I don't know much about Australia, but that'd be cool if we had an Australian themed world. But again, I don't think they'd be adding Hidden Lands and Broken Shores for a while, because from what Old Cobb's dialogue was, it seems like Imperia is going to be next with the bat, and then maybe after that we'd get the Hidden Lands and then the Broken Shores. Or maybe the Hidden Lands and Broken Shores are in the same world, which would be the 4th world in this 3rd arc. And then the 5th one would be a different world that we would fight Grandfather Spider again. Again, I'm just rambling about random ideas, but if you thought these ideas were interesting, leave a like, or let me know any of your theories about Hidden Lands and the Broken Shores in the comments. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe for awesome videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.